morning everyone. I thought I would do a quick 5-minute video on my everyday look, especially on a weekend. I don't like to wear a lot of makeup, so my go-to look is the one that I'm going to show you. This is a bit of a mess, but this is what I've woken up with, so we'll see how we can fix all of this. See you soon. Okay, so the first thing I do is basically just have a look at my skin. So I am in my 40s, so the skin is not as good as what it used to be. So the first thing I do is basically have a look at my skin, look at my defects and things like that, what it is that the skin needs that morning. Today I don't really have a lot of breakouts. There are a couple of scars from previous breakouts that I can cover up. But the first thing I like to use on my skin is the Aesop skin serum, the hydrating serum. It's been really good actually. It's oil free because I do have combination to oily skin, and it's got a little bit, it's a good little dropper usage actually, so it monitors the amount of oil you actually put on your face, or not, or oil serum that you put on your face. So I kind of rub it all on my hands and then just apply it to my face. And I just feel that just this process alone just wakes my skin up. So I just kind of rub it all in. You can see I've got a bit of dark rings under my eyes. Just tiredness. Okay, then the next thing, whatever's left over, I kind of rub it on my arms and my elbows. It's a really nice oil actually. Next thing I do, I keep calling it oil. It is an oil-free serum, a hydrating serum. So the next thing I put on my face is a tinted moisturizer, because this is my go-to, rather than a heavy foundation on the days that I don't feel like I need it. And today being a weekend, I don't feel like I need it, and I'll be out and about, so I don't want like a full face of makeup. So what I'm going to be using is the NARS, and for my complexion it's a Cuba medium 3. You'll see it's pretty much a very used container because I love it and I use this every day. So I just put it's probably a little too much for me actually, a little blob like that on the back of my hand, and I use a brush like that to put it all over my face, and I kind of just blot it on first and then rub it in. And I like this because even though I've used a moisturizer underneath this tinted moisturizer, I just think that this helps with adding the coverage, the light, very light coverage that I want, I should say, for my skin, and just kind of wakes up my whole skin and makes me look actually presentable. So you can see it's very, very sheer. It's not heavy at all. I just kind of apply it all over my face, including on my eyelids, and just make sure that the product is put everywhere on my face. And then I go back and I put in any extras. It's not like it really builds up, but it does help for those problem areas that you need. Add a little bit more around my nose area and things like that. So you can see it hasn't completely taken away the dark circles, and I've still got about that much left over, so I don't need it, so I'm just going to get rid of it. So just going to wipe that off because I actually don't need it, and I probably squeezed out a little bit more than what I actually needed. Okay, then the dark rings are still there, and so I use a concealer, and the concealer is a MAC, and this is in the shade NW35, and it's an NW because of the warmth, and it's a bit of a peachy, and you can see it's very, very, very well used. It's kind of got a peachy undertone, so it kind of gets rid of any kind of discoloration under my eye, and it's a creamy color, which is good for my creamy consistency, I should say, which is good for under my eye area. I don't need a lot, but I do wear glasses, as you saw at the start of the video, so I do like to make sure that my under eye is not too dark. Okay, then I go in and I spot conceal any areas that I think needs a little bit more love and attention, and any red areas. And you might think that, you know, with my skin tone that I don't get much redness, but I do, and it's usually around like my nose area. Okay, so I kind of go around my mouth, around my nose, and conceal whatever I need to. I told you this is a very quick 5-minute go kind of makeup. Then I go in with a powder, and I like a powder because it kind of sets the tinted moisturizer and doesn't move it, and because there's so much moisture on my face right now with the normal moisturizer that I've put on and then the tinted moisturizer on top, I do like to go in with a powder. And this is a MAC Studio Fix, and I'm in the shade NC42. So I'm going to take a fluffy brush and apply that all over my face. Not a lot, just kind of pat it in, especially in my nose area. And because this is where my glasses sit, I like to just make sure, and my glasses are quite big, I mean for my face it comes up to about there, so I just like to put and put a little bit more powder around that area so that it doesn't move the makeup when it rubs on it. So that's pretty much the powder done. So then I look at my eyebrows and go, why did I pluck the crap out of them when I was in my teens? But that's what everyone did in the 70s and 80s. So this is what I've got, remnants of an eyebrow. And I say to my daughter, don't overpluck because you'll end up in the scenario that I'm in right now. So what I do for my eyebrows is I don't really tend to change my shape. I just kind of add a little bit around the top just to give it a little bit more fullness. So what I do is I've got a palette of Bobbi Brown eyeshadows, and I go in with the color, like it's a dark brown color, and I'll open it up so you can see it. It's kind of a gray brown, that one there, and it's called Mahogany. So I use that, and I just kind of go in and fill in my eyebrows. So I'll use my little makeup mirror to help me to do that, just so that I'm not right in your face doing it. So I just use an angled brush like that, and that's from Echo Tools. And I just go in and line my eyebrows, and I don't do too much. I just kind of fill where it should be, or what it should have been if I didn't overpluck it. So, and with glasses, you kind of need to frame your face. So the eyebrows is the all important. So even if you don't do anything else, just do the eyebrows, and you can almost, like, you can see the difference of just doing what I've done. And I haven't really gone in with a heavy hand or anything like that. All I've done is just gone over the top to line it essentially a little bit, just to make it a little bit more thicker. So I'm going to do the other one, and the hardest part I find is making sure they're even, and I extend it out as well a little bit, and then I go into the inner side and just kind of put in a couple of strokes just to elongate it a little bit. Because when I was getting all pluck happy when I was a teenager, I kind of took a front of it off, and now I can't get them back. So if your kid's watching this, don't overpluck, FYI, because this is what you have to do then. And then I kind of use a little bit of a comb to brush them out a little bit so it doesn't look so stark, and for the hairs to actually stand up a little bit. So that's my eyebrows done. That's as quick as I do it. I don't do anything more than that. I don't do the concealers around it because this is a 5-minute makeup look. Then what I do is, depending on what I'm wearing, and probably today is just jeans and a t-shirt, I might just put a quick wash of a color over my eyeshadow, my eyes. So today I'm thinking with what I've got, I didn't even bring a eyebrow brush in, just got the same brush as my concealer, and then I'm just going to kind of apply a very, very pale pinky color to my lids, because it is a morning look, it's not a nighttime look, and it is a mum's kind of look. I don't know, like, that's it. That's all I'm doing. It's just to kind of take a little bit of the darkness away and to brighten my eyes. So that's all I've done. And then what I'm going to do is, I like to use eyeliner. So eyeliner at the moment, black is what I use, and this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills waterproof gel liner, dark side. So I will line my eyes with this. Oh, I've got to do that. And I just do it very, very thin. So that's it. Yep, and I got it in the corner, didn't I? Take that out. So thin line. So right near the lash line. And then I do my waterline. Like that. And this side as well. Okay, and that's the eyes done. And I just think using a little bit of liner like that just kind of opens up your eyes. I know a lot of people say black does dull your eyes, but for me, because I wear glasses, it's important for me to frame my eyes, because otherwise everything just goes. And because my face, I keep it quite natural and don't add too much to it, that is what I found is the best way to get focus drawn to my eyes. And I forgot the mascara, so just bear with me a second and I'll go grab my mascara, because I always wear mascara. Okay, so the mascara that I love, because my lashes are quite black, they are long, they just need a little bit more darkness to it. So the mascara I love is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, not the waterproof one, just the normal one. And I take any excess off and then just go crazy with it. So from the bottom, I take it up and then do the same for the other eye. For the other eye, I was mumbling there, sorry. It's just that I'm using the viewfinder on my camera, so it's a bit harder to see what you're actually doing. Should have had a mirror. Clearly I was prepared. And I just love the faces people pull when you're doing lashes. Kind of like what I'm doing right now. Okay, I don't have any lash extensions. These are my natural lashes. Probably going, yeah, we realize that. But they are. So I do about 2 coats on each side. Maybe 3 today. Okay, so those are the lashes done. Then it feels like I need a little bit of bronzing, so I don't go too heavy-handed with it. And the other thing I also do is use a tapered brush like this and grab my bronzer, which is the Casino NARS. I love the NARS brand. I'm sorry the packaging is so disgusting, but it's just been very, very well loved. And I go in with a tapered brush, and that's what it looks like. And I take a little bit and I go into like the corner of my eye, and probably should have done this before the mascara, but it is just to kind of add a little bit of depth to the eye. And I don't know if you can see it, but it is very, very subtle because it is a day look we are going for. Alright, so, and then I use the same bronzer to then apply bronzing to my, because I've got kind of a round, ovally face, and if I put on weight, it's definitely round. So I like to use like a tapered brush, I suppose. And this is the Real Techniques one, and I just kind of just apply it to the high points of my cheek, like that. Same thing here on this side, just to kind of show that I've got, or pretend that I've got high cheekbones. And then I use, that's about it, guys. I don't do like the 3 or anything like that. I just do the high points, and then I like to go in with a little bit of blusher in the apples of my cheek. And this one is the MAC Sweet as Cocoa one. And the reason I do this is just to kind of add a little bit of color to my cheeks. To make it look a bit healthy, but you can see it's very, very subtle, not a lot of color at all. Kind of looks like the sun has hit it, I suppose. And then I don't do any highlighting for my natural day, and then I'll apply my lip and get changed, and then I'll come back and show you the finished results. If I wasn't talking to you guys, it would honestly take me 5 minutes, so I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I have put a lipstick on and a pair of earrings and let down my hair. I am using Bounce products at the moment, so if you want to see how I got this hair, just go in and see the other video that I'll be uploading either before or after this video. And this is basically, my hair was in a pineapple and I took it down and kind of shook it all up. This is day 2 hair, and yes, that is the finished makeup as well. Like I said, not a lot. Oh, one thing I did want to do actually, which I haven't done, is to add a little bit of highlight to, and I don't do a lot of cheek highlighting, but I do like to add a little bit of highlight to my eyebrows. And I think this is the Rice Paper by MAC. I'm not really sure, but it is that one up there. And I take a little bit of a shader brush and I apply it to the top. And it's not a lot, you can see, but what it does is just kind of give me a bit of an arch. Pretense of an arch, but I like it anyway. And then I do get like a pointy type of brush, and I add it to the inner corners just for a little bit, and it just kind of opens it up, but it does it so subtly that you don't need to be too heavy-handed with it. Now for the final, I wear glasses, so I will put those glasses on and you can then see the final results. Ta-da! And we are done. Alright, I hope that looks good for you guys, and you maybe try some of the products that I've used. And I hope that was helpful for you, because it is a very, very basic video and it's my go-to for pretty much every day, work day as well, depending on how my skin is looking that morning. All right, well, thank you for spending the morning with me and have a good day. Bye.